Hello. Ooh, wait. I did something on my computer. Hello, good people. Welcome to episode 54, season 2, episode 4, right?
Season 2, episode 50,
Season
51,
2,
52,
episode
53.
4. Yeah, it's been a while. But we life been lifing.
Life
I
been
do I
lifing.
do want to say, um, the in the last episode, I ordered a tripod for my big belly pats. I didn't measure it. It was small. So I've ordered a new one. I think it came to like with the board because it looked cool, but I didn't do the measurements, so I didn't see how tall it was. So yeah, but progress is being made. Um, yeah, it's yeah, but I'm getting there. But yeah, welcome to another episode of Big Belly Pats. It's been a while, ladies and gentlemen.
It
As you
has.
can see, I'm in my robe because it's like 10 a.m. here. Got baby boy in there eating. I'm getting more sleep now, so that's helping.
That's good. That's good. That's a positive.
There's a positive. Um, I look rough, but I just cut my hair. My hair grows way too fast, and it's annoying. Explains
Uh,
that.
a nice problems to have growing hair so fast, because most people at our age start slowing down and growing their hair.
Right, and that's what I'm happy for. Like it's a double-edged sword. I'm like,
You and I understand the frustrations of the hair growing back too quickly. The
it
other
goes,
guys,
yeah.
they don't get it. They don't get it. It's frustrating. It just doesn't
It's like
stop coming.
I just cut my hair maybe like a week and a half ago, and I'm already looking homeless again. I'm like, bro, I just did this, bro. Because I hate. You see those commercials, people who like they shave every week or every other day. I don't want to live my life like that. There's too much hair I got to keep cleaning up.
Yep.
I
Like
want to live my life.
when I decide to like shave my beard or trim my beard, I gotta get like the basin covered up, so I don't want the hair to go everywhere. Yep,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
this.
So it's cool in the fact that 'cause, like my dad is growing his hair out. Funny enough, so it's cool in the fact that like I never worry about potentially going bald. Two mouses connected to this. That's crazy. To potentially going bald, but it's like just slow down. So yeah, working on it. Oh shit, hit the mic. But yeah, how you been, brother?
I've been good, been really, really busy lately. Work's been working. Um, yeah, it's been a crazy few months. The beginning of the year, so yeah, we started the school year in August. This week is our last week. So today's Sunday. So Monday to Friday is our last week before winter break. So really, really looking forward to that. We just finished our winter concerts last week, Friday. So that was quite cool. Great evening. The kids are getting really good at this stuff. I was not musically inclined, but these kids are really good. And yeah, looking forward to my trip in December. I am very much looking forward to it. I leave next week, Monday, the 15th. I fly out to New York. I'm off back to New York for Christmas and
How
New
long you
Year's
staying?
Christmas. 2 weeks. I arrive on the 15th and leave on the 30th.
Okay, right before New Year's.
Yeah, I should arrive in Shenyang New Year's Eve afternoon. So the 31st afternoon,
Okay,
sometime here. Yeah. So then we back at school on the 5th of January. So the full holiday is just 3 weeks. And yeah, so I'll come back with like 2 or 3 days to spare here, reset before I have to dive straight back into the whole swing of things.
nice.
Yeah.
Um, I don't have much. Corey's coming. Corey will be
Yes.
here in a few weeks, and he's staying with us. I think for about a week and some change. I know he's staying in Wolverhampton for a bit. Got some friends there. Um, but other than that, man, don't have much travel coming up here. Trying to plan our trip to the States. next July with Remy. So we're gonna do some traveling before. We'll see. My goal is to get to the Netherlands on my birthday weekend. Um,
Nice.
so just for like a little weekend trip. Uh, Hopefully Ajax has a home game. I'd love to go to an Ajax match.
That would be
Um,
cool. That would be nice.
so, but just randomly thought about it, and I think I put a picture in our Wednesday waffle group that I've just started back
Badminton.
playing badminton. Yeah, and the funny thing is because like with Remy, it's kind of hard to find those moments where you have enough energy and where he doesn't need to be tended to want to be active. Um, but I was like, I got to do something. So I found a badminton league. It was like a social, and I went Friday, and it wasn't bad. I thought I was in the wrong place because it was a bunch. It was like one of those like a hall, like a community center. And when I first got there, and mind you, it gets dark here at like 3. By 4, it looks like it's like 11 p.m. So, anyways, I get there. It's probably like 6, and I go in, and it's these old. It's probably 20 to 25 old white women, just like milling around. They got like drinks and food, and there's like all these crafts and sewing and stuff on the tables. And mind you, yeah, all these old white British women, and then this big old black dude walks in. I'm like, surely I'm in the wrong place. So I go in, they all looking at me, and they were like, "Oh, can we help? Can we help you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm looking for badminton. Like, is this the right place?" And they was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And they showed me to this other door that had like the badminton courts. I was like, "Okay." It's something they was doing called sugarcraft. I don't know. It looks like one of those something to do when there's nothing to do for old people.
Yeah.
So, but went to badminton, and it was cool. It was maybe the league meets on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but you can pick whatever days. And it was cool. I still got it a bit. After the third game, I was like, okay, I need to do some more cardio. But still got it a bit. Did all right, held my own. The only thing that was annoying me was I don't like when people give me instructions on things that I know how to do already, but I know it's coming
Okay.
from a good place because they just don't know me. So, like when I got there and they had asked, like, have you played before? And I was like, oh, yeah, I played for like 2 years, pretty much about 2 years in China. I shouldn't have said China because as soon as I said China, now the questions start coming in of how'd you get here, blah, 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 blah. But, and I was like, yeah, I played. It's like, oh, okay. So I'm playing. Then like every so often they'd stop. You should if you hold it like this, and if you swing it and you follow through. Mind you, I wasn't like missing or like screwing up. I'm just like it was like 4 or 5 times that this lady would like stop to like give me a hint or to help me. But it was pissing me off because I was like I wasn't doing terrible that I needed this help.
Mm.
And it was like I'm like, just play the game. Like
It's socials. Just play.
just
I'm here
play.
to
And it
swing
was
the racket. I'm not here to win a gold medal.
and at one point she was like, she because I didn't have a racket. So she was like, they had a bunch of like rentals or loans, whatever. She was like, oh, well, you have big hands. Do you want like one with a big handle? And I was like I played in China. You get what you're given. And 9 times out of 10, it ain't
It
made for
ain't
our
me.
size.
No.
So I was like, I didn't know anything about that. There were sizes to the handle. I thought they were all the same size. You can probably put some tape on it. And I was just like, she was like throwing out numbers. Do you want this size? I was like, lady, just give me a racket. I don't
Any
really,
racket. I'll
I
swing it.
don't
Don't
really care what the size.
worry.
But no, played for about 2 hours, and it was cool. And speaking of, not trying to take over, one more gripe that I have. I just want to get it off my chest while it's on my mind. Last week, I was So this whole past week, I was off the whole week. But the week before, when I was working, I was sick the whole week. So I was working from home, but I was like, I had this terrible cough, coughing fits, sneezing fits. I wasn't sleeping in the room with Remy and Luce. I had to sleep like sitting up because if I sat back, it's like it was just hell. So I had asked for Lucy's mom to come to spend the weekend with us, just so I can have a break to like rest. And her mom, so Miss Jackie, she came, stayed with us, not this current weekend, but the weekend before, and stayed with us. Great with Remy, helped with Remy. Gave me and Lucy like we went out did some shopping without him. We went to like a pub without him. You know, kind of gave us a break, so it was great. Um, the only issue I had, we took her home back to P Town. It was I could tell she's older because she just talks and just talks. You know, people who just talk because they like to hear their own voice. It was just the whole car ride. She was just talking about nothing. There's a lot about nothing. And then, but one thing that really got under my gears, got under my skin. I hate when people give you directions. Like if you're driving, let's say you're driving and you're going to your house. You know how to get to your house. And I'm like, oh, you should turn right here, Daniel. You know, when you do this, go over like giving you directions to your house. It's and I didn't say nothing because I know it comes from a good place. But God, it was annoying. It was like in some parking lot. She's like, oh, you got to go out of here and you got to do this. And I'm like, been to this parking lot at least 100 times. I know exactly where I'm going. And I was just like, so it's those little, like just like little things that kind of pick. And I'm just like, but in my head, I'm like, calm down. You tripping, Nick. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. So just like I just grinded my teeth through it because I'm like, I'm dropping her off. So I'm not coming back home with her. So I had to get that off my chest real quick. But other than that, it's all been solid. Neighbors are still weird. It's still raining. If anyone wants to know how England is, it is currently raining. I think the last few times I've told you all it's raining. It's now cold and raining. Well, it's not now cold. It's always been cold and raining. It doesn't. So, if anyone's wondering, how's England? Wet.
Wet and it's just colder.
It's now just colder. Yeah. So, yeah. Doing great.
Lovely. Lovely. It sounds like you're having a good time. I'm going to keep my mouth shut because if I start fainting, we might be here until tomorrow. So with winter holidays coming up, I'm going to be away. So next week, Sunday, we're going to have a Christmas special. I might even be tempted to get into a onesie that my Lucy got me, a reindeer onesie that I sucked in my stomach to get into and wiggled my ass. And then Nick's like, the way you test a onesie, if it fits nicely, you got to squat. Man, I was doing squats and lunges in the house. I was like, damn, this is actually not too bad around the crotch area. Woo!
I squat on anytime, Lucy will tell, anytime that I buy new shorts, new pants, new jeans, whatever, I always do the squat test.
That's fair.
Because especially our size, man. It's not like I don't like walk out of my daily life and just hit a squat.
It's just those moments in time.
It's just those moments that if I need to squat down to pick up something, or if I need to squat down,
I don't want to be sending crack to everyone.
I don't want to be sending crack. I don't want to hear no. I don't want to. Nah, like that's why I don't order pants from Boohoo anymore, because the pants would fit and they would look nice, but the crotch area, it would never open up like past like that, so I can never like open my legs. And I was just like, nah. So yeah. That's what, you got. You had that onesie on. I was like, hey, do the squat test, man.
You gotta do
the true test is wear it to school on the last day.
I don't know if I'm comfortable enough. It rides a bit too high, just a little bit too high, and I'm just like,
There's There's Daniel, y'all. That's Big Daniel and Little Daniel.
I don't want, no thanks. I don't want child protection after me. Thank you very much. We had a student on Friday night. She's secondary 3, so she's 16, 17 years old, and she's wearing all the ladies like wear white and all the boys wear black and white, so it's like a winter ball concert, so they're all performing like musical elements. And the one girl, obviously she's older, and I'm like, it's a bit hot inside the hall. Why don't you take your fluffy jacket off? Her fluffy jacket was also white. It matched the outfit. And she's like, don't want to take it off. And I'm like, why? And she's like, well, my dress is a bit too revealing at the back. And I'm like, no more questions. Okay, carry on wearing your jacket. No thanks. Don't need to hear anything else about this scenario. Carry on. That's the thing. And I think like being a high school and middle school teacher as a male, it's probably like those awkward situations, like specifically as I coach sport and there's summertime. And I think where you got to be like, you can't. There is no right. I have no right. No right as a teacher. Let's just restate that. No right as a male teacher to tell a female student what to wear. No. First of all, I'm not going down that road. Second of all, I'm not the parent. And third of all, it just doesn't feel right. And I'm just like, okay, all right. Then that's where I'm like, Miss Olivia, please come and help. Speak. And like coaching sport, obviously girls wear tights and volleyball and soccer and frisbee. And I'm just like, you know what? You left the house this morning and a responsible adult saw you and said, okay. And I'm okay. I just gotta move past it. Just gotta,
It's sad to say, but it's tricky because it's like whatever you would say would come from a good place.
Yes.
But that one little something get misconstrued.
Absolutely.
And that situation.
So like what I've done is I've like incorporated sports uniform quite a bit, so they all have the same uniform. And if it's summer, I say, guys, please wear the new PE shorts. So everyone wears the PE shorts now, and I'm like, all right, next bridge, getting there slowly. Because obviously, like our schools, like I've said in the past, you can't have uniform. But yeah, that does become a challenge, and it's a weird one. It's something that is like unspoken about, and I'm not here telling people what to wear. We just obviously say don't wear anything that could be super offensive, and specifically too because we're a multicultural school. We're not just one culture. There could be multiple cultures and everything like that. But otherwise, so the winter concert, there were dresses, a lot of dresses, but there were no prerogative dresses at all. As teachers, we're like, "Ooh, who's going to wear that weird dress?" But actually, no one did. The boys looked handsome, the ladies looked pretty, and that was pretty good. The kids really like pulled it off, and so the winter concert is always like a little milestone for us where we're like, oh, we're almost there. We're almost there in the mid mark. So really looking forward to the break. And went to Beijing, played in an under 19 and under 14 ultimate frisbee competition with Beijing teams. Just for a night. We went for Friday night, spent the night.
The train tournament.
Train to Beijing. Arrived Friday evening, and I've got an expat tip for you, by the way. I've actually got an expat tip. This is Big Baby Pats, and I'm coming to you with a live tip that I think most people have experienced, but just didn't really actually take notice of. So after the Beijing trip, I'll explain. But so kids went down. It was our biggest. Shout out to QSI Shenyang and Liaoning Lions. It was our biggest sports overnight trip that we've ever had. We took 30 kids, one under 14 team, one under 19 team. And yeah, that was 16 under 19s and 14 under 14s. And yeah, they did well. There were six teams under 19, 6 teams under 14. Then the 14s finished fifth. We unfortunately finished last. We came sixth, but the score lines weren't like blowouts. There were no blowouts. The game, the pools, there were 2 pools of 3 teams. So if you lost 2, you were automatically in the 5th and 6th playoff. If you won 1 and lost 1, you would have probably been in the semi-final. And I do have a gripe, and I think it's still my biggest problem with Chinese youth athletes and Chinese coaches, is that we want to win, and I get that, but win properly. There is a way to win, and there's not a way to suit you to win. And we had lost the first game 9-4 because you played till 9, and we did really well. Like, we went to sleep first 10 minutes. We were 3-0 down after 3 minutes. Then it was 5-3 halftime. So we clawed back it, and then the second half they kind of like took charge a bit more, and we hung in there. There was about like 10-15 minutes for one single point, which really was like great. And then the second game came around, and we were the bottom 2 of that lot. So whoever won this game would go to the semifinals and have a chance. So I thought to myself, okay, cool. Now the tournament rules state you have to be a 4-3. So 4 boys, 3 girls. Now I've always been a 4 girls, 3 boys split because I have more girls than boys. I'm the only fucking school that has this. So I generally don't worry if there's a 4 boys and 3 girls, where I can sub my boys in and out. My boys have rest. The girls have a lot of rest because literally I had like 10 fucking girls and 6 boys. So the rules are 4-3. But if the school agrees on it, you can go a 5-2, 5 boys, 2 girls. Now I was sitting there going, okay, cool. And this guy comes to me, this coach, and obviously he's speaking Chinese to me, and I was like, all right. So I bring in a student, and they're like, yeah, so they want to go 5-2. So I'm like, cool. So I spend 40 minutes playing with the 5-2 strategy with the kids. So before the game starts, I'm talking through the strategy with the kids. We're sitting there. Who goes on what line? Who goes where? Now, I've got 2 girls on the field at all time. That means I've got 10 girls that I've got to put in 5 pods. Mm-hmm. And I'm describing what you're doing. And every girl that comes on is playing a particular role. The boys are swapping in and out. Then I said to some of the boys, I said, listen, are you up to play 40 minutes in a row? Can you manage this? Some of the boys were like, well, we'll do our best. And I was like, I can't ask more of you. Go for it. This motherfucker starts the game with 6-1. 6 boys, 1 girl. He has like 15 boys and 3 girls. And I was like, bud, I can't. And I didn't know because my bad. I didn't recognize, I couldn't tell the difference between a boy and a girl with one of the players. So I thought it was a girl. Then it was literally like score 1, score 1, score 1, score 1, score 1. We got into halftime in the lead, 5-4. But my fucking boys are knackered. They're like knackered. And I'm like, I can't ask you more. I'm going to keep shouting at you guys to try and keep to the defense, like stay in it. But I know you can't give me more what you're giving me. And I said to the organizers, I was like, it's halftime, 5-4 to me. But this guy's playing 6-1. It's not in the spirit of the game. Then I can't see everything happening because I'm trying to like talk to students on the sideline. But if you pick up the disc, right? I've got a fucking disc right here. Hey, Big Belly Pat's disc. If you pick up the disc, right? You pick up this disc, and it's out of zone. It's gone out of zone, so it's gone out of play. And you pick up the disc and you bring it into play, right? You are the person that needs to play the disc. So that's the rule. That's a simple rule, okay? I can't put the disc down and call someone else to pick it up. Right. Because when I've been playing, if I pick up the disc and I'm out of the zone or the disc has gone dead and I pick it up, as soon as I pick it up, that disc becomes live in the field. Mm-hmm. And you play. Now, this is a rule that you don't expect people to manipulate. You don't expect people to manipulate because I've seen it like maybe once I've been playing where someone picked up the disc and his teammates said, no, put it down. And he put it down. And then the other people were like, no, that's a turnover, picked up the disc and scored. And then there was commotion, but it ended up being a lost disc because you put it down. You dropped it.
Right.
So this guy knew full what he was doing. The handler, he picked up the disc and he was looking around and he put it down and he was like, you have to restart the count. So the person, one of my kids, was kept on restarting the count. And then 2 other kids were like, bro, what are you doing? Why keep restarting the count? And this guy kept wasting time until I called a timeout for something else. I called a timeout. I didn't even know what was happening. And they were like, Mr. Daniel. And I was like, guys, we're losing 6-5. There's like 2 minutes to go. Can we stop? Can we count? And like the kid's like, Mr. Daniel, we are counting. But he keeps dropping the disc. And I was like, that's a turnover, guys. If he puts the disc down on the ground, it's a turnover. Apparently, he'd been doing this for the whole game. Like he'd pick the disc and he'd throw it to the place and he'd walk to it and pick it up and drop it, pick it up and drop it. And then when you start, so let's say, for instance, you score a point. You've got to, it's called a pull. You got to pull the game back on. So you got to pull the game on. So you take the disc, you score, you give the disc back. But the other team has got to walk all the way back to the other side to restart. So my players are like eager. They want to try and get the point back. So they run back to the other line and they're like ready. This team is dawdling. They go, and I'm like, guys, time. And it's just, and I felt like they were trying to play like a professional team. They were like trying to play like professional tactics, but they were beating us 6-5. And then the buzzer went because there was a time limit. So you either play until 9, whoever gets to 9 first, or the time limit. And the way they were wasting...
Milking the clock.
They were milking the clock big time. I think they wasted about 5-6 minutes in total. And obviously I can't like shout. I can't scream because I'm just like, I don't know what to do. And I literally none of my players wanted to shake their hand. None of them wanted to shake their hand. I said, no, go shake their hands. And every Frisbee game is called a spirit circle. So you got to think. And then none of my players were like, Mr. we don't want to do this. And I was like, guys, that's how you show spirit. That's how this is part of the game. It's not nice that we lost like this. This is not nice. So they did the spirit circle. I asked 1 or 2 players to speak. They spoke very well. We went back to our own circle. And I said, guys, I want to apologize because that was the fucking shittiest thuggery I've ever seen. That was just absolutely pathetic what I saw from the other team. And what I did enjoy about that whole thing was that I haven't seen it often from like our students. That's cool. But they were like, we should have won that. We didn't like losing that. And my kids are really, really good at thinking, wow, they are actually really good, or we should have won that. And that's nice for a kid to, like grow up with, being like, I could have beaten that. I could have won that. But at the end, we didn't win any games that weekend. It was 3 games, 3 losses. But I felt like we grew as a team. So, and then we got the Spirit Award, which was really cool. So we got the Spirit Award because the other teams voted for the team that showed the most spirit, the most sportsmanship. So glad the under 19s got to experience that. New things. Yeah. So, and then you put into perspective, we're playing schools that are 600, 700, 800, 900 kids compared to our 140 kids. So yeah, it does make you feel like, okay, cool, not a bad weekend, and the kids had fun. I always say, as long as you guys had fun and we move forward. But yeah, that was Beijing, and I'm looking forward to going back after the winter break and starting to work with the kids again. They're asking for it, so looking forward to it, definitely.
You I commend your self-discipline when it came to that. I commend you, and I'm proud of you. Handled yourself.
I don't manage myself that well. There's a lot of screaming on the sideline as a coach. like
Yeah,
during
it's
the
close,
game.
it's fine. But like, if I know the other team is pulling the bullshit, nah. Nick would have. I'd have walked out of the field. Nope, nope, nope. No, I don't care. You speak Chinese. Get your phone out. We finna translate this.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's a bit
Yeah,
of like a weird thing because like if I'm playing and if like we are playing, then it would be like, what are you doing?
yeah. And it's weird because it's like, and I don't want to say this as like a stereotype for the whole country, but even when we played ultimate frisbee together, and when we played football, it's always some extra side bullshit against the
Yes,
foreigner.
yeah, that's the
Whenever,
thing. They don't like seeing foreigners do well on their soil as in their thing.
hmm
There's no like, there is no like it's a I don't know if it's an Asian thing, and if there's Asian people that are listening, we're not here. I'm not here to offend you at all. But the
right.
thing is that it is a lose face thing. It's the face value. They don't want to lose the face value that they have. But like, it's just a strange thing. Like how you can have this the mentality runs through. Like seeing some of the teams that play, you can see the international kids and you can see the Chinese kids and the difference. That's For me, it's like, yeah, we're gonna win some, we're gonna lose some, and that's pretty much it. You can't do much about it. It's over. Once we've left, we left. And yeah, it's it's pretty much how it is. So yeah, we moved on. It's good, a good experience. Looking forward to the other things. I want to do a training camp next. So when we come back from the winter break, there isn't actual frisbee. So I want to do like extra practices for the kids that want to do it. So I'll make sure that the kids are up for it. But yeah, that was pretty much it.
You remember? It just made me randomly think when we played football. Remember they had that foreigner rule that they try to give me and you.
But we can't tackle so hard.
Was
Yeah.
we in? We was in it's the game where we played. It was only like 12 of us, and we still beat the team.
That was Hangzhou. Oh,
Oh,
I
bro.
remember asses. We were that was a hard game. That up in the heats, and then everything we did, like specifically you couldn't tackle. Like, where else are you supposed to tackle? You are so big. These guys are so small. Where are we doing? What are we doing?
They were like,
And
"You
it was
tackling him
just
too
like,
high," and I was like, "I'm 6'3". He's 5'5". I can't
you
get to
can
his
go
level.
lower. He's running into me.
Like if I
I mean,
squat, I'm eye level.
yeah. And I think you started absorbing him. So the person would be running into you, just like grab
I
them and
just
absorb them. Ha, flag,
yeah.
flag. And I was just like,
One time I
what?
just caught him and just picked him up and just held him, and they still threw a flag.
Yeah.
And then we asked back when we was cool with David. I was like, "What's going on?" He said, "Yeah, it's a foreigner rule. You're hitting them too hard. Motherfucker, it's football. Like, don't play." And I think the last time I hit him, and I told the ref, "Yeah, throw your flag. Come on." I was like, "Come on." I think I grabbed the ball. I was like, "Yeah, come on, let's go." I walked 10 yards, which I don't even care about the fouls no more. And I think after that, that guy just stopped playing. But yeah, I remember that foreigner rule. You're hitting him too hard. Fucking
Today.
football. Fun times. But yeah, so moving on, everyone. We all know that I have a new addition to my family. You know, Remy, my little boy, big chunky 4-month-old now. Daniel also has a new addition to his family. And and
whoa,
he has a new addition.
let's just
I
okay.
mean,
So the new addition,
is
the
it
new
not a new
addition was
addition?
it is yeah, okay, it's a new addition, but it's like
He has a new addition to his family
okay,
as a
I
as
don't
a
have kids. Let's just put it
as
out
a
there.
as a
I
I
don't
will
have
say,
kids.
when you wrote me and you said that like you had some news or something like that, I initially thought he done got that girl pregnant. That was my first thought.
Ah.
But yeah, Daniel has a new addition as a 34.
I'm 33. I do not have a kid. That
33
is.
year old man. He has a new brother. Everyone, let's give it up for Daniel. Mom and dad still getting it in.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
So
not my mom, not my mom, not my mom. All right, so the new brother is he is not of newborn age. He is my new brother. Wow, how to explain this? My new brother is simply older than me by 14 years. 14 years. And so my mom and my dad, this is not them. This is not my stepmom and my dad. No. This is way back in 1978. All right, so my dad, my dad, my dad. I and you know what the funny thing is about this whole thing, and I'll explain it at the end. Is everyone's asked me if I'm okay, and I don't know why, because I'll explain why later. So in the early 1970s, my dad he was in the army, but he was getting married to a lady. I'm not so sure of her name. I can't recall it. But this story I've known for a while. And he explained to me that this lady that he was about to marry he's still adamant that that is the love of his life. That is the woman he loved the most. That's the woman he was head over heels, his first love, whatever. And she broke his heart. I don't know actually how it broke off, but the engagement broke off. There was no wedding, and his heart was broken. So it's the 1970s. A man doesn't want to be in a relationship. I don't have to explain to everyone, but he went through a whole phase. He went through a whole phase. And he explained this to me. And knowing my dad from the 1970s, the 1980s, the 1990s, and knowing the way I was born, I'm not surprised. I'm not. And I'm not surprised that there's more.
man,
But
that's prime time to be a hoe.
that's prime time, man. Prime time. The 1970s, man,
No
everyone
camera,
was playing the game, bro.
no
Everyone.
cameras. Cocaine is pure. It was a great
Yeah,
time.
it's it's a great time. So my dad was in the army, and long story short, he had a fling with a chick for a fling with a lady. Sorry, not a chick, a lady. So a fling with a lady for a few weeks or 3 months, whatever it was exact, and she fell pregnant. But obviously, like she didn't tell my dad. She didn't even tell her family apparently. And when in 1978. March 1978, I think, so around about there. So 1978, a young boy was born. So a little boy was born, and he was put up for adoption. 47 years later, you have this individual that's gone and tried to find his family, biological parents. And yeah, his name is Scott. Welcome. It's nice to meet you, Scott. I hope to meet him in June, July. If I can get the opportunity to go back to SA, it'll be really, really cool. Seems like a cool guy. And yeah, he's living where I used to live. That was kind of crazy, like literally where I did most of my living as an adult. But when you see the picture of him and my dad, and they're next to each other, yeah, there is no DNA test needed. That is my dad's kid. That there definitely is. Yeah. And then everyone's been asking me, like, oh, how are you holding up? And I'm like, holding up? I'm pretty chilled, guys. I mean, I'm not 4 or 5 having a new kid come into the house. And I live so fucking far away. And I love my dad. My dad is cool, man. My dad is tops. I love my dad. He has his flaws, but it's one person from my family that I shouldn't say this. This sounds so fucked up, but he's the one family member that I do truly like miss hanging out with. Not miss, like I miss my family. Like I love to see my family, but longevity wise, I really do just miss hanging out with my dad. Like literally, that's a person that I can hang out with every single day. He's so chilled. So cool. He's not needy. He's not naggy. He is just super chill to hang out with. So to be fair, I'm not upset at the man. I'm not surprised there isn't 10 of us running around somewhere.
Probably is.
And there probably is. You're right. There is. You know, he was a stud muffin, if that's a word still today. Did you guys use stud muffins?
I mean, okay. I mean, I've heard it before. Yeah. I've
he
never
was.
personally used it, but yeah.
Yeah, he was a fucking whore. That's what he was. He was a man slut. That's what he was.
You know, when you say whore, we get that the whore can also be manslaughter. But thank you for the clarification, in case anyone was confused.
But yeah, he's cool. So far he's cool. My dad's met him. And they're doing the DNA test sometime this month or next. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm not upset by it. I'm pretty like, yep, Dad, you go.
So, now as a new middle child,
Really a
uh,
middle child though,
you're a
because
middle.
like
You're a
I
middle.
get it,
Technically speaking.
but like I didn't grow up as a middle child. I
So now,
technically did because I had older siblings and then a younger half sibling. So I've
so
always been the middle child.
do you feel so now that there's a new baby in the home? Do you feel like you won't get as much attention going
I've
forward?
never gotten the attention, so it's not gonna fucking matter.
Oh
Listen,
man.
the attention sapped away when I was 10 and my sister was born. And she fucking knows it because she taken all the attention.
So
Um, but
yeah,
yeah,
when
no,
you wrote me,
it's
I was just like, I was sitting next to Lucy, and you wrote me. I think you might have called me. I forgot. I didn't pick up.
no, I called you, and Lucy was there. We had a conversation.
No, but before that, you texted, you messaged me. You were like,
Yes.
I have some interesting news or something, and no one ever says, I have some interesting news.
Right? No one ever says it like that. That's what my dad told me, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck is my dad been?"
Yeah, whenever someone says, "Hey," just random, "Hey, call me. I have some interesting news." That's either like some tea that's we about to change some shit, or you got a baby on the way. Which I guess technically speaking, you don't have one on the way, but there was a baby that no one mentioned 40 odd years ago.
Boom! It's here. It's done all the jobs already. You don't have to do anything. It just sits here now.
Yeah. Wow. So yeah, man, my boy got a new brother. So far, we haven't found the rest yet.
I'm not gonna be sitting there trying to figure it out. That's my dad's thing. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, not too phased at all by it, and it's pretty chilled. It is what it is.
Speaking of new additions, we got Sir Remy Jean, and he's been so this whole past week I had off. And
Yeah.
I go back. I got tomorrow off, and I go back Tuesday to work. But I went to some of his classes. Well, I went to his sensory class before. That was cool. But he had swimming class on.
So before you carry on, we've discussed this before, and I've privy to this. I've proven this with Nick, and the big question is, can he float?
I don't think we've gotten there yet. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Because that boy is dense and he got a noggin on him. So I wouldn't be surprised if she, because obviously the whole time they're in the water, they're holding them, they're supporting them, or he got like a floaty or something. So no one's just let the baby go.
I think you should.
And
just
then,
to be like, does he float?
Pool, but the pool that they were in, it was bigger than a kiddie pool, I'd say, but like it wasn't deep. Like if I stood up in it, it probably would go not even waist deep, maybe like a little bit above my knee.
Okay.
Like it wasn't deep at all. So I don't even think it was deep enough that if you did let the baby go, he would float. I think every baby in that pool would have just straight went to the bottom.
Okay.
But yeah, so we went take him swimming, and I didn't get in because I was like, I'm one of those. I need to see what it's like first before I just go and hop in. Like I gotta suss out the surroundings, see what's what before I just commit to just getting in this pool. And so we went, and it was cool. I had like a little up bleacher area that I was sitting at watching him and Luce. And he was cool with it. He was obviously he wasn't like swimming, but he was playing in the water a bit. He didn't cry. So he was cool. But the funny thing to me was because they have all these parents. So it's probably like, I say maybe 15 babies, 16 babies. And all of them, 9 out of 10 of them was just baby and mom. One of them, it was baby and dad. I'm assuming it was his dad. And the other one was the baby, mom, and dad. But they were all in the pool. Everybody's in there, the bikinis and stuff. It's funny when you see the parents stand up and get out of the pool because they just stand up and like the water's like at their ankles. Like, but I'm looking down and like they're doing like little songs and going in circles and stuff. And when you can look down in the water, you see all the parents. Because obviously I'm looking at Remy, but I'm also just like watching other parents and babies and stuff. And they're all like squatting, crab walking, trying to stay under the water. You know, like when the water's not deep enough, so you kind of just like squat down to get in the water.
Yeah.
He's doing that the whole time. So from my view, looking at 15 adults crab walking in circles, holding babies, I was like, that shit looks hilarious. But he did good. He did cool. There's a bunch of toys out there and stuff. Some of the parents were like, not some parents, like some of the instructors like, hey, Dad, next time you need to get in this pool. And I'm like,
hey, man, shut the fuck up. I don't want to get in the pool. How did, do you remember when you first swam? Do you remember your first time that you ever swam?
I don't remember when I first, because I've always been tall.
Okay. So you've just had to like type thing.
I was just, so I didn't, first of all, I never had a swimming lesson until I was in college.
Oh, okay.
So before then, when I went like our, like summer.
So you never swam at school?
No. Like if they took us on, like whenever they would take us to like on a field trip or something, or if I had like a summer program and they would go take us to the pool, the pools were never deep.
Okay.
The pools are maybe at best, like they would have like a deep end, but you know, they have like those little floaty thing lines across and like you can't go past this part. So like the pools were like, I think the deepest might have been like 5 feet. Okay. So, and I've always been tall, so it's just easy for me to just stand up and just the water be like right here and we just play in the pool. I know once, I do it vaguely, I just thought about this. One time we went to the pool and they had a deep end, you know, they had like the diving board and it was like 12 feet deep. But they made us all do a swimming test. They was like, okay, if you want to go to the deep end, they give you these little wristbands, like a yellow wristband or whatever. But before you go, you got to do the swim test. So all the kids, you're on this side of the pool, like some lifeguards. You got to swim to that side of the pool. And if you can swim over there, we'll give you the wristband. And then that way you can still play in this area. But if you want to go to the diving board, to the deep end, you can because you got your little wristband. I was like, cool. I didn't understand what swimming meant. So when it was my turn, I did this and I just walked. I was probably like 10 or 11. I just walked. My feet on the ground. Mind you's like grown adult lifeguards, so they're watching me. Clearly not kicking. And I just like walked. This is easy. Got to the other end, and they were like, yeah, no. No, you go and play. You don't.
That's fucking funny.
So, yeah, no, I never. They never took us anywhere deep, and then like, I never been to the ocean until I was in college. So like when I would go, obviously, I don't play about the sea. You know, I respect it. I don't go too deep, so I never went too deep. And then like we have like a river in Kentucky. That river is shit. I think that river is darker than my skin color. And in Kentucky, they have this thing called a polar plunge, which is like some charity thing they do once a year, where it's like a part of the river and it's like freezing cold. You raise money for charity and they all like jump into the river. Yeah, every single photo and video I've seen it because the news goes and it's a whole big thing. It's only white people. Only white people doing that shit. Because ain't no black folks. One, that fucking water is freezing. It's already cold outside. It's snowing outside. And the water dirty.
I've done a few cold plunges before. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Not in the city river.
Yeah, no. the only black guy I've ever seen at cold plunge live is Charles.
See, Charles don't really count. Charles is black. Charles is like advanced black. So he do extra shit. Like all that running Charles do, it makes sense that he would do the plunge. You know,
Yeah.
it's always it's always a few specks of black folks out there doing, skydiving and doing white
White
activities.
things. White things.
Yeah, so doesn't shock me that Charles did it.
I remember I was about 4 years old, and I was afraid of water. I was afraid of the pool, and my stepfather, being the individual he just picked me up and threw me in.
I've heard stuff like that.
Yeah, and I was one of those people. And he walked around with the pool net, and he pushed me. He said, "Swim, swim." I couldn't go. And mind you, once I got out, the first thing I said is like, "Can I go again?" Yeah, that's it. And then I was addicted to water for a very long time. I love swimming. I mean, I swam for school, and I did water polo in high schools. Yeah, I wasn't the best swimmer, but yeah, I could swim in the sea, could hold my own. I've been swept away by a current before in the sea, and I had to be patient for about 30-40 minutes. You have to be patient because the current will take you away. So like my mates saw me and then they followed. So they followed me, and then I unfortunately hit rocks. So, but luckily the rocks were by shore. So once I got there, even though I like bashed a few grazes and bruises, I could get onto shore. Because as soon as you swim against the current, yeah, you're gonna get fucked. You're gonna get so tired, and you're gonna get swept away. So the current goes like if I could describe like this going, it was going like this. Then it would go back out, going in, going back out. So I got caught in this one, and I was supposed to go back here, and this brought me all the way to like here. So about 30 minutes, 35. But yeah, luckily that's pretty much how I grew up, growing up on the beach on holidays. Now it's just like, well, I've seen it before, you can't panic. And I was about 17 at the time, so
never in my life. I ain't never been deep enough to get caught.
I was a bit brave.
If my feet can't touch the bottom, it's not for me.
Not for you.
Not for me. And I'm tall, so I can go fairly deepish.
Yeah.
But as soon as I'll jump up a little bit, get off the ground. But if I come down and there's no sand, all right, player, let's wrap this up. We're done here. Let's go get some tails. Look at some ice cream or something. Nope.
Oh shit!
I wonder if Lucy will let me just kick Remy into a pool.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't like my stepfather, my late stepfather. Never liked him. No, don't do it.
But no,
what he's doing is fine.
But outside of that, he's doing good. He is smiling more, giggling more, patient as oh god, that boy's impatient. Grabbing stuff. He's grabbing the bottle.
Yeah.
Like he sees the bottle, he's grabbing it. He just hasn't figured out how to tip the bottle up. So he'll just grab it and just like suck on the teat, but obviously nothing's coming out. So he hasn't figured out how to tip it up. But slowly rolling, he's trying to sit up. He's skipping the rolling phase and just trying to sit up. But yeah, he's doing good, man. We
skip a few levels.
Yeah, he's doing good, man. Just getting big. Yeah, just rocking and rolling, man. He's I don't think we have anything planned for the day after this. But he just went to P-Town yesterday, saw some of Lucy's family and friends. Her niece and nephew are Mason and Ray. Sweet. They fight over who gets to hold him. I've never seen kids argue over who gets to clean shit. Like I get to clean his diaper. It sounds good. Listen though, it sounds cool. But they don't clean my boy's ass the way it needs to be cleaned.
They want to help, but then it's like,
yeah, you're not. I get you want to help, but if I let you do it and then I change it later, then he's got a rash and there's old poo still sitting in there, and you didn't. It's one of those like, and it's gonna fall on me as the parent. So I'm like, thank you for wanting to. I'll do this before.
Yeah, we got this. Don't stress.
Yeah. Now my son got all type of rashes on his ass and stuff. because you don't know how to wipe. But yeah, keeping it going. Yeah, we've talked. We were going to talk about this, about the whole uh Christianity, and because you've had are dealing with, without giving up too much,
Yeah,
a bit of
yeah. Let's leave it for another episode.
yeah.
We want to make it to like episode 60 before we get cancelled.
I don't think we'll get canceled, to be honest, because the
No,
way the
I don't.
world is
I don't
moving
think.
right now, I think we.
I don't think. Yeah, I think it's just. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. Being a cultural studies, geography, and history teacher, it kind of is a weird one because it's like, yeah, okay, all right. It's more like I get peeved off with people thinking that they're just better than you, and it's just like I don't like that. It's okay.
Right?
You can be better than me. It's okay.
Yeah.
People are better than me at many different things, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's life. That is life. That's when you play contact sport. That's the biggest lesson you learn. That's the first lesson you learn. Someone is better than you, because when they hit you and you don't get back up as quickly as you can, or you try and hit them and they bounce you off, that's when you know you're like, oh, okay, cool. All right, there's someone bigger and better than me. Okay, no worries. And that's just life. But yeah, I think that will be a discussion for another time. One thing that we could do is because I've been given some stick, reveal our Spotify age.
Oh.
So I'm gonna take. Do you know yours?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a crack at yours. I'm gonna say you're pretty close to your age. So I'm gonna say you're about.
I'm younger.
Are you younger? Oh shit. Okay, so you're about 26.
Younger.
Oh, somehow. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm cool. All right, because I'm fucking young on Spotify.
I'm 21.
Yeah, I'm not the only one. Oh shit. I think it's because I like listening to new music.
I like listening to new music. I
Yeah,
like
we
finding new
both.
artists.
Yeah. So I know we got two very different genres of music. I don't think Nick and I like sync much in music, but like I've got more dance, EDM, pop to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like I just like finding new artists. And you know what my biggest thing is? It's Instagram Reels, and then like the artist reveals like 30 seconds of the song coming out soon. I'm just like, tag, wait for that song. That sounds dope. But that's like, I'm like, and everyone's like, oh, you like the new shit. You like the little kiddies baby stuff. And I'm like, I don't think it's baby music.
Yeah.
It's just, we're okay. Look, don't get me wrong. If I hear a golden oldie playing in the background, yeah, I know it. At least I can identify the song.
Right. No, yeah, because I like listening to new music, but it's all like, because obviously your Spotify knows you, so it's new music catered to what you listen to already.
Yeah.
So, and I get people say like, oh, the new. So I don't listen to the new annoying mumble bullshit, whatever they listen to now. But like, I do like finding new artists, new R&B, new soul, new. Cause like one of my biggest, obviously I listen to a lot of rap, and like, cause I needed something to for the bass. But I guess I like a whole like new soul and new wave and all this stuff, new R&B. I like finding a new artist. I'm tired of, it's cool, but I'm tired of listening to all the oldies.
Yeah,
So
you have your like your core. You're like, yeah, this is it. But like I just like, and I'm a sucker for remixes. So like if there's a song has been out for 6-7 months, people then remix the song. And I really enjoy that, depending on how good the remix is. But
do Olivia and Jen have Spotify?
Bruh, they're like in the 30s and 40s and 50s, bruh. My ages. I think their ages were 30s and 40s. But oh my, I like real music, and I'm like, oh,
I got some better.
You like some new proper music. You've been old.
Yeah. Lucy.
What? She like 65, 75. She a Bali. She an old person. She's like 85 years old.
I think it's 83.
You know what? I'd rather be 21. Because you know why? when the kids listen to music, I was like, so I'm a sucker for good, good lyrics when it comes to like love song. I've always been a sucker for love songs, good love songs, good lyrics, and I actually share songs with my kids, and my kids go, "Whoa, Mr. Daniel, this is cool," and I'm like, "Mr. Daniel's cool with the kids." Yeah, I'm 21. All right, I like that. I like that we're 21.
Yeah, so yeah, 21.
That's cool.
But I listen to my Spotify a lot because we were doing it together, and I was like, "How many minutes have you listened to?"
Bless you.
Ooh, it was a big sneeze. I said, "How many minutes you listened to?" And hers was like 6,000, 7,000, something like that. I think I'm at like 34,000.
Yeah, so my thing was a little bit off because I had started Spotify like June, so I'd always been Apple.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so mine was. How do I know how many minutes? No. Oh, minutes listened. Oh wow, I only started in June. Hey, minutes listened 24,000.
24.
Yeah, 24,500.
Nice,
And I only started in June.
nice. Yeah, I listen to my Spotify's on every day.
Yeah, my Spotify is going. I listen to it in the morning when I shower. That's my singing time, and specifically like when I'm in the cab or at school most of the time. But yeah, I'm glad that we're not the same age. Okay, all right. Any news TV shows that you've watched?
Um, it's our issue right now is finishing them because we can
Yeah,
start when Remy's like, "Show me attention, I'm gonna wait." So then, and it's hard to pay
I get
attention.
that.
So we are. I'm on like episode 2 of, or maybe 3 of Last Samurai Standing.
Really cool series. Might I add. I
Sorry,
didn't know I would enjoy it, but it grows onto you. It's really
yeah,
cool.
I like that. We are watching the studio. I think
Ah, I
we
want to
got
watch that. I
episode
want
or
to
two
watch that.
left.
That's with
Seth
Seth
Rogen,
Rogen. Yeah.
funny. Um, I finished Ironheart. Wasn't the biggest fan.
Same here. It could have
Yeah,
been.
and
Do we agree or disagree that Ironheart could have been more avenued towards the boy in Iron Man?
boy and Iron Man.
Remember the boy, the kid that helps an Iron Man and Iron Man 2 when it crosses
Oh,
over. And then he was at the funeral. I know it's not technically Ironheart, but that storyline should have been developed.
I do think that storyline should have been developed, but I also think it's Marvel trying to get away from just the core heroes
Yeah. I get that.
because, like, I read a lot of comics, so I've read even before the show Ironheart came out. I've read all of the comics concerning her and starting her and da 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 and all the way to the end. And the comics is actually a really good story. I was actually excited for it. Um, but yeah, I just wasn't the biggest fan of the show. Not so it felt too happy go lucky sometimes. Like, oh, we're teens, and let's do the right thing, and
It
I
wasn't dark enough.
wasn't dark enough. In the comics,
It was trying to get dark, but it wasn't dark enough.
and then but currently we're watching a show which I recommend called Pluribus.
Pluribus.
Yeah, Pluribus. And in a nutshell, it's basically a virus takes over the world,
Yeah.
and everyone in the world has a hive mind except you. You know what a hive mind is, right? Hive mind. You watch Stranger Things.
No, I don't.
Okay. A hive mind is like, in Harry Potter, we have Aragog, the big spider.
Yes. Oh,
And
they control things. Okay.
so they can, so it's a hive mind is like
Yeah.
basically you have the same mind as somebody in Bangladesh, and everybody literally has the same mind. So you know what's going on everywhere. It's pretty much a billion people, one brain.
That's too much for me. No.
No, it doesn't require like you have to like think about it. But it's just one of those like if you go outside right now and some Chinese guy comes up to you speaking fluent English and tells you all the memories of your dad.
Yeah, no thanks.
But then you can be like, this same person could do heart surgery because they know the mind of something like literally the whole world, everything you can, every kind of person in the world, same mind, except for one person, well, a few people. But I recommend it. I recommend it. The first episode, me and Lewis were watching. It was like, what's going on here? And then I was like, oh, this shit's gonna be good.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay, I'll give it a go.
so give Pluribus a shot.
And then I also know that there's a new Netflix series coming out. It's a Korean Netflix called The Flood or The Great Flood. That looks really good. It's coming out on the 19th. Tomb Raider, the animated series, the next season is coming out soon as well.
I got that on my list.
And what else is coming?
I want to watch that new Splinter Cell show. I used to play the game and need to find out what.
So before we wrap up, talking about sequels. Now, besides Inside Out 2, not many animations sequels come out and
all the Toy Stories are good, I think.
Yeah, I get that, but they lose a little bit of their edge as they go into the sequels. They lose their edges. Like Inside Out kept it and like added.
Yeah.
And sometimes they lose the core of the story. Like when you watch later on animations, and I'm talking about like sequels in the present, like sequels like recently. And in fact, any sequel that's coming out is just like, okay, all right, we get it. But like Zootopia 2, thumbs up. That was good. That was worth the hype. It's really good, clever animations, clever indications, and it's so cool because it can teach you so much about cultural landscapes and like spatial organizations and everything like that. Really cool. And like and animations that are good, the best animations is that they make it funny for kids and they make it funny for adults. And when you can laugh at a few jokes because it's like, we get you. That's when you know you're like top writing. And then surprisingly, don't ask me anything about Predator and Aliens. Like, don't ask me anything about those shows. I don't know those shows. I know Arnold Schwarzenegger was in the Predator like long time ago, and then there's been on and off. But the recent Predator, the Predator Badlands, that was cool.
Oh, so it was good.
It's actually really good. And if you know me, I don't like these type of alienish, scary-ish type movies. I'm not a big fan of them. This one, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It had humor. It gave the Predator some form of character. Like they had emotions. There was an actual story that they were telling. They were on a journey, not just killing humans. So for me, really good. Great movie. Definitely give it a bash.
I keep smacking his mic on the old dodgy stick. So
definitely do that.
A shot. Do we have dad jokes?
I do have 2.
I have 3.
Oh, okay. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
So you go first. Yes.
All right. So recently I got fired from the Viagra factory from stealing. So I guess they don't want any hard workers. It's a knee slapper for you, buddy.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a dad joke. What do you call martial arts for amputees?
The setup is already funny. Throwing, I don't know.
Partial arts.
The setup is already funny. Could imagine someone with no legs saying I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. Like, how are you? Where are you? I got a snip because I didn't want any more children. But when I got home, they were still there.
I like that one. That one's clean. I like that one. That one's clean. Why did the Why did the mermaid wear seashells?
So she can something by the seashore.
Because the bee shells were too small.
Joke. My last one. My girlfriend told me I give up too easily. Oh well. Done with that.
All right. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. That is the end of episode 4, season 2. Episode 54 for those keeping count of the big number. Episode 4, season 2. We plan on having these rolling out more, but life do be life, and we don't get paid for this. So if anyone's listening and want to throw us a check,
if you wanted to listen to us more, you could just sponsor us for the rest of our lives. We could do this for a job, but no one wants to pay us this amount. I ain't giving up my salary.
I can't give up mine. We on maternity.
Yeah. If you really want to sponsor us, Nick needs sponsoring.
Yeah, I need sponsoring. I got a baby boy who also needs sponsoring. So he's
Eating
cute.
Out the house. You know what? He eats a lot now. Oh, when he turns 14, 15, oh my goodness.
I've gained a whole new respect for him.
Suggestion. Just put it in the plans, okay? It's called boarding school. It will save you money. You give those people money, and then they feed him.
I don't know, because
send him to a boarding school in England, like 50 kilometers down the road, and you can see him on the weekends. Trust me. He will eat you out of the house. You'll be going to, what's it called again? All those stores. You'll be going to all your stores at least twice a day. That's worse, Nick, because when you train, you eat more.
That's cool. That means my investment is going to come back when he signs his contract at 17. That's what I need him to be. I need him to be a wonder kid, like a Yamal or something like that.
Yes, football, soccer, only soccer, because that's where the money is. Even if he plays for Brighton, you sort it.
Yeah. Grandmare's down the road. Now they suck. However, them dudes get paid like $4,000 a week. That's cool, mate. We can start there, baby boy. So I need him to be a wonder kid, a little 17-year-old wonder kid that signed for Liverpool, or I'm just thinking that's the closest big team. Signed for Liverpool. Hey man, we're not asking for a lot. Look, how about this? Give us $300,000 a month. We're out. We ain't gonna negotiate. Easy. You ain't got to worry about us. He'll be at practice. I'll make sure.
Good. Yeah. Don't you worry.
He will be first at practice every morning. I'll make sure of it. $300,000
a month. Make him run there.
$300,000 a month. Not a lot. I'll even go down to $250.
Even 200. It's okay. He can be. If you give me $100,000, he'll be second at practice.
Yeah.
We'll wake up 10 minutes later.
If I can get there when he's like 17, I'm good. That's the beauty of football here. They can play when they're hella young, become pro when they're very young. American football,
make that Europa League, Champions League debut.
Give me a little Esteval. That's what we should have had him in Brazil. Who would have had him in Brazil? Yeah, Madrid would have got him.
What is Lucy's athletic ability like?
She runs. She just started running, so her cardio is great. She runs. I know she's done a few marathons in the past.
What are your hand-eye coordination skills when it comes to a thing on your feet, though?
Her hand-eye coordination skills aren't as good as mine, but
you got to get that kicking the ball now.
Oh, for sure. Oh, so we plan on. I'm going to get him a little football, and obviously he can't walk or nothing, but just put it on his feet, playing with it on his feet.
I want cones outside there in the yard. Cones.
As soon as he can start walking, comfortably walking, and just kicking a little bit, we outside, baby. Project Mbappe has started. As soon as he can, he ain't got to be kicking. As soon as he can walk, go outside, son.
Talking about that, I had before we finish off, I had a 13-year-old kid, and she's quite the athlete. She really is. But you can't. One thing you got to realize is that when you're coaching, you can't be like, "Hey, these kids are going to go play for their country, represent Olympics." And like you're coaching them just to get better and have fun. But she has like gone up a level. But in a particular sport, volleyball, she's gone from here to like here, like super. That is my delivery. Oh wow. Um, we'll save the story for later. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah. Big belly pats, man. We out. Y'all stay
Peace
safe.
out.
Peace.